makers, no one's above the law. I've been chasing trouble all night. Left, 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 left. You got it, you got it.
Thank you for joining Andrea and Mark Peterson's Patriot Project for this WeP3 Debrief. Find out what our crew has been working on to help support those who have given some and all to liberty and freedom across Minnesota and the United States. Watch, listen, and support as we create the beacon of hope and opportunity in today's society that needs it. Are you a veteran, or patriot looking to put your skill set, your thoughts, and/or want to help continue the mission? You have come to the right place. We are the People's Patriot Project, and we want you to shock and awe when it comes to meeting the needs of our veterans and first responders. We are dealing with a new enemy in today's world where the wounds are not always. We want to be part of this mission and saving lives and making a difference. Welcome to the WeP3 Debrief. Here's Andrea and Mark letting you know the mission. And as always, Patriot Pride.
Whoa, can you hear me?
10-4, good buddy.
Boom, boom. I got some strange equipment today because I had a little meeting after school. I don't usually stay this late, and that meeting just kept going. So here I am. Mark didn't even know I was going to be here tonight. Whew.
I didn't know that you weren't not going to be here today. That's
It was not a plan. It was an adjusted meeting. So here we are. Red Friday. I even have my red shirt on my bed. I didn't wear it today because I had to run it. Anyway, I got army green on, so just army people, just know I'm with you today.
Yay-ha!
Oh, it's Friday. It's Friday, and here we are. So let's should we do what we do on Friday?
That's what we're doing, right?
Yeah, we are doing it. So
surprise!
Here we are. It is Friday. It is Red Friday. Remember, every deployed Friday. That's what we do on Fridays. We try to wear our red, and we remember those deployed, as we do all the time. But we make a big deal out of it on Fridays. So I did. Did you do your pay it forward today?
I did. I had some crying young ladies this morning down at my local coffee watering hole. I don't know how you say that, coffee shop, but they must have been some kind of construction workers, something, because I mean they didn't look like construction workers, but they came in with high-vis jackets on, and they were ready to pay and everything. And it was kind of funny. I had preset it, and the lady took the order, and they're like, "Thank you, have a good day," and handed the cards to them. They're like, "Wait a minute, we got to pay," and they're like, "Nope, it's all." And she started, and it was an incognito piece. And she's reading the card, and one had gone to the restroom, or I'm assuming that, we don't know. If she is, and she just starts there and just kind of starts little tears, and I'm just like, what are we doing here? And her friend came out, and she's like, oh my gosh, someone paid for this for us, and this is the message they sent us. And it was the barista lady is a lady that is supporting of. she wears the teal for veterans PTSD,
Mental
and and she's getting a little weepy eyed about it, and she goes, "We just love what you guys are doing," and I'm like, it's not about us. It's not about the recognition of anything that we're doing, other than we want people to realize it wasn't the greatest again today. It's cold, not huge. It's raining. It's icy. I almost crashed in the back of a plow this morning. Just it was weird, but it's about those that just give a little extra, and it's not even for some of it's a lot of extra, and for some of them it's just, you know what, it's their job, it's who they do, it's what they do, it's the less than 6% of our society that gets into the service industry, and so we want to remember those today, and thank you all. And our project kind of expands from there, only in the fact that we've got loved ones that are serving those that are serving by being there as support units and being there to pick up some of the pieces and to deal with the stuff that comes along with it. And so thank you to those people, thank you to those families, thank you to
I think Peterson froze. And if he did, I just know that he wanted to finish up his thought about being thankful. And maybe I'm the one that's frozen and I'm just going to keep talking. I apologize for that. What the heck? Goodbye, Emily. So, well, I'll let him finish that. If and when he comes back, we will. It is. Okay, I just checked. So I'm still here. So we did on Sunday night, we did our podcast on Facebook Live again, and we got your 6 at 6 Patriot Playtime, had none other than Shannon Book, the legend, the live legend Shannon Book. I don't know if I don't see him out there right now, so who knows? But yeah, he came in and we had a guest who didn't make it, and Shannon wasted no time filling that space for us. He was amazing. He came in with have a good weekend, hun. He came in with a great message and some newer music. Amazing, amazing music. Which you can hear on none other than WeP3 Radio. You can hear it a lot of places, and I actually have figured out the not so hefty technical guru that I am not. I figured out how to go and download that music. That's just another way we can support our musicians. And so, anyway, Shannon Book came on, and gosh, you guys, he shared not only like we love getting the background on their music. We love, love, love. Where did the story come from? Where did what's the backup? What inspired you? And he shared all of that. But he also shared the other, don't interrupt me, the other aspects of real life and real military life. And so if you want to catch that, hey, Facebook user, I don't know why it does that, peeps. But thanks for being here. I was just explaining, Mark, about Shannon and how amazing he was, not just at the music and explaining the music, but it took the whole hour. It was like getting to know him again from the roots.
It was. Yeah, no, we know Shannon. We've put our paws on Shannon, and it was like meeting someone all over and new again. And we got to go a little bit deeper than we have in the past because it was just him. And gosh, the people just came out of the woodworks in love with his music and in love with the songs that he played that night. And it was absolutely outstanding. We might even really think if we close out on one of his songs today.
Oh, I think that'd be awesome.
Dear Mom, Not Alone, I Need to Breathe. And it's one of those things. It's one of those things where not every veteran musician that you hear on WeP3 Radio and on our show do these deep, intellectual, social, emotional, healing, driving force songs. But Shannon did 3 of them just for the sake of this weekend, and he's been at about as top of the food chain as you can be in the music world. And man, we love him to death, and we love his mission, and we love his music. And he's getting out there again. Well, not again. He's been out there the whole time, but he's got a new band, and they're driving that thing forward. And so, I'm sorry, I got a new internet service, and I thought it was going to be amazing, and all life would be good. And for some reason, they don't even give you a warning. It's like you're off, and so I apologize, and I don't know what the fix for that is, other than go back to our old service, which I don't know if I'm going to do that. So
Yeah, well,
we'll make it work.
you just froze. You actually froze this time. You didn't disappear right away. So you're
Well, on my side, it's gone. On your side, apparently, it just drags it out, and
okay,
so
but that's the hard part is I don't know when that happens if
sure,
it's me. Like sometimes I think I'm the one that froze, so I had to pull out my phone and then I could see my words on Facebook because I've
sure.
got like closed
That's
caption.
a
Yeah.
good standby. And
James,
oh, the
hello.
Storm Riders. Gosh, I've been watching those guys, man. They're fun, and I think we're close to doing something new, fresh, and the relationships we're building are just they're growing, and yeah, I openly make the statement that this is just it's about all of us. It's about moving all of us forward. It's about moving that we're the tip of the spear has become kind of blunt, only in the fact that this is a wave, and waves are going to be just as damaging as a
Because they're gonna
piercing
keep
heart.
rolling.
So
Yeah, the energy from Storm Riders, you guys are amazing. Thank you for being part of our world and for letting us be part of yours. Because I'm in awe. And I still need to learn how to do one of those cool little TikTok videos. I don't need to, but I want
TikToks.
to. I want to.
Yeah, and you got to drop hashtag Storm Riders. Don't you know the
I-
game? Let's go. So
Mark, are you yelling at James? Seriously.
I'm not even close enough to James Seal at him, but he's. It's funny because he sent me so we have, or when I say we, and it's not about me and blah blah blah. I have 2 Facebook accounts. One is we have the saturated 5,000 plus group, and we have one that's growing, and that doesn't even take into account the WeP3 stuff. But I use it to catfish. No, I'm joking. I use it to in my personal account. You can see the people that you would like to entertain a conversation with, and he sent me a message on my one that I only open on my computer, and it takes me forever to get to it, and I apologize for that, James, but I'm like, yeah, what's up, man? And he's like, that was back then, so no worries. And so there's no hierarchy or who's besties on either one of the accounts. It's just how I have to manage it, and it is what it is. And
So,
one of these days we're going to have a social media director, and we're getting close. We're getting close to those conversations that just can fix my stuff and not have me bouncing all over the place, and not carry 2 phones and a laptop and a Chromebook to
oh my gosh,
make
if you knew
sure.
this guy. That's why he carries all that. Because each one has to have his other Facebook account because he can't stand flipping between them on one of those
I
devices.
can't remember all the passwords. So I had to scroll through and figure out the password. And that's I don't know. I'm sure there's a tool, a device, a resource that someone has, and they can just boom. And maybe it's just as much as having some gray matter between the ears that is more functional
The
than
non-functioning gray
mine.
matter. You have to remember, anyone who's listening and or watching right now, you have to remember, and I don't know how many hours of Mark's day are spent with actual kids in the room, and I've had a day. Today, actually, yesterday was quite the day, but today started out with so we have a newer policy, and then COVID came along, but we're not letting kids in the school building till like 7:40 a.m., right? But it's -4 degrees sometimes, so we've been letting them just in the heated entryway. which was great until it turned into like a mob scene. Anyway, so that's how the day started. And I don't know, it's Friday. Thank goodness Friday. So this is what we do. Me, anyway, I get 1 hour at the end of the day to do my prep. And then I usually get like another hour or 45 minutes to do more work after school. But kids like to come in and get help on their work. And so I've had umpteen kids. So if I was a little quiet at the beginning, it's because I still had kids. That's the mask. Um, but that's the day. And then I get on here and it looks like adults in my world, and it's amazing
And
to
then I'm here, and that takes
and
her
then
back down to
adults
kids.
that work like seventh graders. It's okay. It's okay. Seventh and eighth graders. I have this new thing where I'm like, it's okay. Seventh grade weird. Everybody's weird in seventh grade. So we're just gonna call it seventh grade weird. You'll look back. You'll look back when you're Mark's age and you'll be like, man, I was a weird seventh grader. But it's okay when you're in it. Everybody's weird in seventh grade. So
I'm a weird adult. I don't know. I don't know if I
I
even
know
have to look
that's
back
what
on
I was
that.
saying. Like
Michael Ledford from Rollout PTSD. Good to see you, brother. Shock and awe from Puerto Rico. Great things happening. He does a way better job of eloquently putting it all into his videos daily, and I just love his messages. I don't know. I just want to share because no one does get to know what we do with kids. We don't ever really bring that out, and this is one of my special days in the fact that I work with us, and I don't want to use the word special because all of a sudden people are like, oh, special. I work with an amazing group of kids
Mark is special.
that have to deal with a little bit different kind of life hasn't given them the right tools, resources, the right people to take care of them, and so they end up being in kind of a protection or in need of protection, and they're still teenagers. They're dealing with their social and emotional needs, and now all of a sudden they're out of the house or someplace that is I can't think of the right word, but they recognize or that they know is close to them. And I do something every other Friday called Breakfast Club. If we're keeping you up, Andrea,
I can't stop yawning. I'm sorry. I can't. I apologize.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. So, I do this special thing for them, and again, it's not about me; it's about recognizing them. And so, school is always a struggle for some of these kids because it's like the last thing in their world. They're in survival mode. They don't. School's like, screw that. Why do I need this? And this isn't even a real school, and blah blah blah. And I feed them. I feed them special food, and I give them, because the cool thing is the kids that are really cool and hype get to go to the coffee places in the world, and they put their pinky out there and they have their whipped cream caramel latte fruit whatever it is, and I go to Caribou and I buy them coffee. And then I make them a homemade breakfast. And today was steak, egg, and cheese bagels with monkey bread. And it's the realest thing that they have for a 2-week window. And I started that process last night, started cooking, blah, blah, blah. It's not about me. Get up this morning at 4 o'clock, get everything started prepped, rolling, getting on the road by 5:20. Well, Andrea's rolling out of bed at 6:40. I have kids in my classroom already. And no, it was a blessed day. I'm going to tell you right now, I was struggling like around the 2 o'clock time, and I may have had some kind of sugar-induced monkey bread, like take a nappy nap at someplace, and I better
You can't take a nap. Oh my god.
I didn't have kids.
No,
I didn't have kids.
I was just gonna say with the kids in the room, so everything was okay.
Yeah, with sharp objects and
Yeah.
whatever.
Keys to everything.
So
It's good
no,
stuff.
and if you get a chance, just put a smile on someone's face for a day, a minute, and that's why Fridays are like super special for me, because I do hand out our red card to someone and buy their coffee, and then I get to run up and make a nice homemade meal for some kids that's their highlight for a 2-week period. And it's crazy because they will not get out of bed to come to school on time, But when that Friday rolls along and they've earned the reward, then there's some steps that they have to do. They take the steps. It's crazy, and I make the standard kind of high. But I walk up to their unit and knock on the door, and they're wide-eyed and bushy-tailed, and they're running out like Andrew's little German short hair with a little nub shaking everywhere. And, hey, let's go get some breakfast, Mr. Peterson. I'm like, okay.
Cooper doesn't have a little nub. He's got the whip.
Oh, he doesn't. He's got
Blue
the whip.
has the nub. Yeah.
Whip it real good.
My granddaughter, she's 2. And she has learned when she comes in the house and he heads towards her, she puts her hand up. And then she got behind him on the stairs the other day and she grabbed his tail. And that was that. Like she was hanging on and not getting whipped in the, I suppose.
Bobby, I can't drink that at my place of employment. I apologize. Here's a new feature. I almost tried this week. I'm going to be honest, and I shared it with my principal even. My daughter, who is of age, found these new King of Beer products that ends up being a sour seltzer. Well, I drink this bubbly. What is it called? A sparkling antioxidant water, and it's flavored. It's a frou-frou drink.
Bubbly. Bubbly, he says.
I don't work at but I don't, brother. I don't work at a bar, and I don't really think you do either, man. You work in the world, and you happen to be at one of those regularly. That's what it ends up being, which is sounds bad, but it's not. That's a good thing.
No, Bobby's always working. I don't know what you're talking. He's always working.
Absolutely.
Can he help it that he's at a bar when that happens?
Right. So I reach in the refrigerator and I pull out 2 green things that are very familiar as sparkling antioxidant waters. And I just had to take a moment and looked again, and nope, this is not something I should be drinking in the middle of my classroom with students. So I had to readjust that moment, and yeah.
Scary. That is scary. What the heck, Peterson?
It happens, right?
Well, I mean, and we all wish it would happen more, but
so what happened? You talked about this, about maybe someone in your world who may or may not have had, and we won't mention names, but a glass cylindrical vessel of liquid beverage in the bottom drawer that may contain like adult type flavors.
Right.
When did that end and when did that stop? Or was it just the fact that people abused it too much and said, you know what, we better not do this anymore? Or did we just grow up and get responsible?
No, I think there may have been like some trust that you're going to do the right thing. And so sometimes the right thing was having that tucked in the drawer. And now we don't really get to decide what the right thing is at any given, not at some given moments, right? And so, I mean, smoking and I saw someone from one of my hometowns, but when I was a kindergartner, I would get out of school and wait for my dad. But I used to get to go in the teacher's lounge, and if any of you have been in a bowling alley where smoking is permitted, and your head is in the smoke and down below, so if you're shorter, you don't have to have your head in the smoke, but you can just see that layer of smoke. The teacher's lounge was always smoke and coffee. So, like, I mean, maybe that went away. Peterson, I thought you were
No. Oh my gosh.
You sit there like, so when you have a look on your face, a certain look on your face, I think maybe, I don't know, maybe some laws, some rules came out and that just changed things. And
well, that's kind of funny because I do remember they would open the door to the teacher lounge, which no one was ever allowed to go to, and they're like the puff of smoke as. But do you remember? I remember that. I remember when you could smoke on an airplane. I'm sorry, smokers, not an attack on you, but what a foul, disgusting, smelly, gross. The walls turned yellow and other things turned yellow, and
oh my goodness.
My mother was a smoker, and again, bless her heart, I love her to death and everything, but it was just like I remember they owned a restaurant. You could smoke in the restaurant, and I don't know, man. You go down to And this might be hundreds and hundreds of years of, but you go down to Vegas and walk into their casinos, and it's just like you can still smell it in their casinos, and it's just like, what is that? And yeah, I get it. Don't like smoking. I get it. It's a flavor for other people, and that's a piece I've just never quite understood that. Better than yellow snow.
Much better.
Let me think. Is it?
I do believe it was our best man when we used to go out to eat in college. And, poor college kids wish they could tip a lot. And it would, you sign the credit card thingy and it says tip. And he would sometimes write in there, don't eat yellow snow. Like, that was the best tip ever.
He was that guy. That's the kind of people you hang out with, like me.
No way. Actually,
jeez.
He is a great guy, and he probably tipped more than anybody else ever, who became a superintendent of schools, believe it or not, in the world.
We know they're worthless.
No! I did not say that.
I'm totally joking. I've got a great superintendent here.
Hey.
A service member and everything. What are you going to say?
No, I was just going to say, I think we both have superintendents that were service members. How kind of cool is that?
Yeah.
I don't know that we've ever really actually...
Mine's pretty amazing. She's actually been considered and talked about doing stuff with the People's Patriot Project.
Yeah.
And just, when we asked her, it was her first year in the place, and she was like, yeah, let's be smart about this. I'm like, yeah,
hey,
let's be smart about this.
No, exactly. But on that topic, so Mark, because Mark started a caucus at Education Minnesota.
Oh, she said caucus. We got that this last week.
It's CAUCUS for the record. It's CA. So a caucus at the big we started it at. Mark started it at one of the nationals. I don't think I ran. Oh, I did. I got signatures. I thought it was all you, but I did go get some. It's easier for Mark to go because I think women outnumber men at conferences by astronomical differences. So I did go to the states that had more.
They're there men. For the free tote bag you get when you sign up with education or the NEA or the AFT. You get a tote bag always. I'm not a tote man, so some lucky homeless person outside gets a
tote bag
from National Education Association.
But our caucus is called Heroes in the Classroom, and we're going to focus on those kiddos that sit in school all day wondering, where's my dad today? When does my mom come home? Is that helicopter my mom up there in the EMS helicopter? Like, those kiddos have some stresses that the other kiddos don't have in their daily lives. And so we started this caucus as educators to not to single them out, but to let them know that we're here for them as well. So that was pretty cool. And that's one of the things that we are, as educators, we can bring to light. And we were featured, and I don't have it in my bag or I'd hold it up. We were featured in the NEA Today, Minnesota, Education Minnesota, whatever. It's not NEA.
Minnesota Educator.
There we
go. Minnesota Educator.
I got a little carried away because we're not in the national one. But it was a 2-page spread of what we do, and it was pretty amazing. So you guys that have kiddos that are in school all day, just know that we are coming. We're coming, and we're going to be out there to help. We're going to support groups for kids. I've got a great counselor in the middle school here who has done groups like this before, military groups, and he is interested in knowing more about the military/first responder groups, and that'll just increase the sizes and the support. So
it's fun to know that we're crossing over now. I mean, I'm going to say I feel like we're good educators, and that helps, and we're noted in our state and nationally as what we do as leaders. But it's nice to know because these paths don't cross very often. I mean, they get pretty excited about the 4th of July when our national convention is, because hotels are cheaper during those convention times, and they get pretty excited when the first people roll out with the color guard and I get it, but there is kind of a line drawn down the middle of where people will sit on the political aspect, and that ends up being part of our education world. And again, we try very hard to make sure we cover the whole large middle, not one side or not the extremes, and we just want to make sure that we cover that. I did put the link up if you're interested in seeing it. It was a good write-up. I'm blown away that we are featured in a magazine of this nature. Would I like to be featured in larger magazines and other, not I, but we, and what our mission is. And you know what, we got Adam Jones on here with Feed the Heroes Foundation down in Georgia. We got some exciting news coming up with them. And what we're
I'm so sorry. Just Sam's, can you just be decent for just one?
No. He had to leave for a minute, apparently. He was probably out looking for his headshot and trying to write his bio for a second.
I bet he
with
was.
Color crayons,
He came in, and then, I forgot. I didn't do my bio and my headshot, but he just commented, noted, lots of women at these things. Just.
There's a whole nother conversation that we were not going to have on this screen about those people. You both.
Here's my bio. He gave us a 3-word. We got the 3-word bio.
I got you.
And you put that on my. Dude, I'm a teacher. I can't say that word. You kick donkeys.
Yeah, right.
Why do you kick donkeys? You mean man.
Me and Andrea were joking about Jess's bio last night a little bit. It was funny for us, Jess. You should have been there.
Yeah. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Shoulda, woulda.
Here's Jess's pick we're gonna put in there. I have another pick I could probably post up here. Jess,
I saw that one, I think. I did. Jesse, when did you give up bodybuilding? And I was blown away.
It's the new him. It's the new him.
It's the
right
new
now.
him. Okay.
Yep.
Well, it's been a while since I've seen him.
Well, and he grew 18 inches too taller.
Okay, it's not pick on. It's not yellow snow. Oh my gosh, it's not pick on Justin.
I love it. You guys, Jess is amazing and fun and angry a lot of times, and so it's good.
Jess is.
We're not even covering our notes on our.
I don't even know where my.
Fun.
Yeah, I don't know where they went. So we do.
Oh, you don't even have them up anymore?
They're right here, dude.
Oh,
I checked my email. I might have checked my email. So I'm checking my email because I was wondering if we were going to have a meeting yet at 4, but I didn't hear anything back. So
yeah. Oh, that's right. And we're in the middle of a show and don't know if we're having a meeting with another.
I tried to invite them to the show, to this thing, to watch it. Yeah, not to come in because that'd be scary for someone that we don't even know. Yeah, that would be. So maybe we should jump back on. We didn't get very far. We got through the opening.
Did you want me to talk about so much excitement is building as we continue setting up our adventures with old and new brothers and sisters?
Can we? Okay, I got to say this. Ledford, if Ledford is still out there, if you are listening, and I'm sorry I have not answered you back, and I did watch your video 2 more times to see if I could approve of it, and that was after the 2 I watched yesterday.
Ooh, approve of it.
And then I texted.
She's the boss.
I texted Peterson and I said, "Can we approve this?" And yes, Michael, we want to approve it with all our hearts, but we have to get funding because I can't. I mean, I could afford it, but it just.
We don't want to overpromise and underdeliver, and we do great. We do great with what we have. And this is not a solicitation of any shape or form right now.
It is. I'm not ashamed to ask for money.
But we've had to say no to some things lately just because we're not taking our account to zero, and we do have to function, and there are overhead costs. This platform does cost money, and there's been some people in our world who have no problem covering those costs over the last couple of years, and that's good. It's a good piece. So, yeah, you know what? If you could go out and run a birthday campaign on Facebook, or if you've got some friends and say, hey, check out what these guys are doing. We are in some conversations that are pretty specific, and I think is going to take us to some big places. I've got a guy, and I'm struggling with this, guys. I got a known vet with a known organization who's reached out to me and said, hey, here's a program for you. If you pay $400 up front, you get this so much. And it just seems so scammy to me. And I've tried to vet it, and they're not answering questions. And I get it. I'm not going to do it until I see. And I said straight up, oh, okay, you cover the front costs, and I'll pay you double what they are if we get the grant that you say we're going to get. I have zero problems doing that, because that's more money than we would have if we didn't do it. So if he wants to invest in it and believes in it that much, then you pay for it, and we will gladly, like I said, pay double.
This is what and I'm kind of new to, like, when I write grants, it's I was going to be super sarcastic, but I write grants for Chromebooks for my classroom.
Why stop now?
Which for my classroom, which end up, I don't even know where my Chromebooks are. So that's the grants that I've filled out, you guys, are for foundations who give you the paperwork or give you direction for your grant. You fill it out, you give it to them. So when we go out looking for grant programs, grant writers, there's so much out there that will take your money and then you never see anything. Oh, you didn't qualify, you didn't qualify. So it really puts us backwards. So we struggle. So I'm confused a little bit about those grant writers that come to you and they say, hey, you guys are eligible for, and I'm just going to say $20,000 because it's you're eligible for $20,000. So if you give me $400, I'll make sure you get your grants in correctly. And I'm like, wait, if I'm going to get $20,000, how about you rest assured that I'll give you the $400 in the end, right? And so, and I get that it works. You got to do what you got to do, right? And maybe they don't have the $400 to put up front, but if they're so certain that it's going to come back, it's hard. I don't get it. So anybody who knows about this stuff, you should help us because we're struggling at the moment.
We're not struggling. We could do more. We're
struggling to find the grant thing. Here's what I want to also add to what you were saying, because it's
let's address Jesse here. Jesse, I'm sorry, I disagree with you. I have a body for radio, okay? Not just a face. I have a body for radio.
A butter body, butter face. So I want to say this in addition to what you were saying earlier. We do keep our monies. So a lot of our travels, Mark and I have paid for, and let's just hope Dave's not listening right now. We've paid for. I'm kidding. He knows. Because it's hard to justify when we're running around, putting Adam Jones, we're putting veterans on planes because they're in hospice and they need to get closer to family. We're putting a gentleman on a train because his wife has just passed away and he wants to go live in Michigan closer to his family. These are tiny things in our day, but I won't put my trip to grow the business bigger and find those people with the grants. I can't use up all the last money I have in the account to do that, knowing that we're going to get another call for someone who needs winter clothing, for someone who needs a relative moved closer, for someone who needs furniture because they lost their apartment to a fire. I mean, I just can't. We can't. This is what we do. We come in and we help out. We call it lighten the load. And we help out in those moments when their load just got really heavy. And what can we do to help in that moment? So that's what our campaign is going to be. We need to take some of our board members to go meet these groups, stay with them, get to know their programs, put together the packages for their programs, and then we come back and then we help our people across the country get into these programs.
And hugs, lots of hugs.
Well, Mark's into that.
It helps us. Oh, don't stop it. Stop it.
Don't stop. What?
Full frontal touch is important sometimes, and it's just what we got to do.
This is a midday program.
You know the funny part about it's not funny. The traveling service and industry is so crappy right now. All of you, United, Delta, Sun Country, all of you suck so bad that me and Andrea have been able to fly for free for like the last 6 months because we get vouchers for everything.
It hasn't been everyone. Can I put this out there? And I'm pretty biased. I'm going to put this out there. I don't think Sun Country has let us down.
You're probably right.
Well, I mean, sometimes we can't, depending on where we're going, we can't use their services because
Well,
of
like
timing.
the place we're trying to get into in the next month, they only fly on Tuesdays, and I'm like,
Right.
and that's fine. I get it.
Nope.
Get it. You might be right. Maybe I'll apologize. I'll do a public
I'm just saying. I mean,
apology.
there's other options out
Should we
there,
name
so
the ones that have totally screwed us?
I think we shouldn't because we need favors in the future. We need favors.
And they say we'll call you back and make it right. Really?
Yeah.
Do you see the gray? Because it wasn't gray before it started, and that was Rip Van Winkle got attention before I do. That's
Dude, all it does is grow out a little bit. It was gray. It was gray, then it wasn't, and then it grew.
okay. We're moving on. She talks too much. Did we talk about our guests? Yeah, we talked about Shannon Book because I wasn't on here. And this weekend, we have a fun new, and I didn't even know they were from Minnesota. Did you know they're from Minnesota? They're from Minnesota.
Yeah,
the Legacy Heroes Hunt.
Yeah.
We have them lined up to come on and share about the passions of their mission and what they do to help veterans in this case. And we always try to, I don't want to use the word dilute. That's a terrible word, but we want them to also take into account first responders because the truth of the matter is most, not all, first responders have the foot in the door in military experience as well.
And it's not dilute. It's actually doubling. So Mark has always had the passion to cover both. He was both. Has been, and will continue to be. Crossover. I call it crossover. And from the outside, when I came in and got to know people, and then I started to get to know more first responders, and it was crazy how many first responders were also military. It just pow, which makes total sense in my common sense brain. And so Mark's idea to make sure that we cover both as service people. And so if we do let Ledford put his video out there, just know there is a level for teachers that we would like to get to, and we mentioned that a little bit earlier. And so when Ledford, when we let him go live,
that bandwidth right now.
Oh no,
Are we freezing up?
no, I'm not freezing up.
What's a no?
No, you're there. We're all there. So anyway, when Ledford's video comes live and he talks about teachers, there's everybody's. If you're a teacher and you're not kind of struggling right now, I need to know what you're doing. Everybody, and don't shake
struggling.
your head.
I'm not struggling.
Okay, but wait. And I'm not saying you have the cream of the crop. We got like 8 students, so.
I would love you to work in my building for a week, and then you can have that conversation.
Peterson,
Thank you for saying
I would
that.
ace that building. I might have part of some that should be in your building. So.
Right.
So anyway, we're not going to argue. It's not a competition, but it's also a year of taking kids back that have been not in the classroom for the last 1.5 to 2 years, right? And so, when Michael talks about that, there are other factors where he is that teachers are struggling as well. So, Jess, don't read that one out loud. Don't read it out loud. And you're on my page. Jess, are you in? It's you and Peterson.
Stop talking like.
So Nikki Flowers is
Hi,
here.
Nikki Flowers. Hi.
Yay.
Yes.
Jess is here too. He wants everyone to know. Sam's is here. Thank you, Jess Sam's. Hey, you're here today and we need you here tomorrow. We need you here tomorrow on the ice. We're going ice fishing tomorrow. You guys.
Going ice fishing
I thought that's
tomorrow.
because
I'm
you
glad.
said tomorrow. I know you said this weekend, and I was thinking ice fishing. You were talking
Are you
about
guys
stuff.
having a side conversation that I'm not aware of here? There's none of that is even here.
None of what are you talking about?
Moving forward. Fishing tomorrow.
We are fishing tomorrow. I'm not fishing. I'm going to try to step lightly on the ice on the lake and do my thing.
She's going to be
tomorrow.
running donuts like she did last year, spinning around everywhere, acting like she's a cowboy on ice. And
the Jeep was meant for that. It doesn't even get dirty on the ice, so it's good.
right.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. I'm not a huge fan of being on ice. This seems like a lot of fun for the people that enjoy fishing on the ice. So I'm all game about doing it. And we do this with Fishing for Life, Tom, Sarah, Laura over there, and then our guide this year, Adam. And so it is super fun, and they're amazing people, and they support our veterans and first responders as well, and clearly teachers because we are out there. But it's all good fun. We have competitions.
I'll take it. I don't know what is going on in our world right now.
You just said donuts. Nikki wants donuts.
That's not the donuts. Whipping donuts is spinning your tires around in a circle on the ice. It has nothing to do with
You said
it.
I was delivering donuts.
I said
delivering.
whipping donuts.
You said whipping? I heard delivering.
Oh my god.
Whipping donuts. Kitty butts. We call them kitty butts.
I don't even know what that is.
That's-
I've lost control of everything. I've
That's
done.
the PG version of the cat spins. Oh yeah, I forgot about that, Jess.
Yeah,
Dang
well,
it.
you enjoy that.
Thank you,
You're
Nikki.
on your own.
I heard delivering as well.
You guys are.
You're
we're
the one who
gonna
said you
rewatch
got up
this,
at
so
4. You're tired. 2 against
There might
1.
be some truth to that. Yeah.
2 against 1. All right,
No,
what
it's
else do we
females
have?
against males is what it is.
Oh, Jess, please
Yeah.
put on your not angry pants tomorrow.
Well, it's tough. The guy shows up with a bunch of 8-year-olds, and he's the shortest guy in the room, and I don't know.
I knew where that was going before you even started. I knew it. I knew it. Oh boy, that's okay, Jess. We'll have a fundraiser.
We
Bail
got
money
your
for
bail, buddy.
Jess.
We got
Bail
your bail.
money for Jess, and then you can pay us back, and then we all can go. This week on the show, Legacy.
We said it.
You said it. And who's
Yeah.
singing?
One of the WeP3 originals,
Yeah, baby.
the one and only Tony Turner, will be here. We know that we're competing with it's a small thing, and I don't even think they get more than 10 or 15 viewers at a time, but we're going up against the big Super Bowl, whatever. Does that go, I get to go to clown school or something like that, or?
I think that's awesome. I think that means it needs help. So we're going to do a fundraiser for it.
Does he just sit there and think about little angry things to say all the time? It's just like, what can I say that's mean? And
No, it's pokes. He likes to poke a little.
he's got like grumpy old men on, like, what do you call, on a loop, so they can listen to all the grumpy things that they say all the time.
You see, he was gone for a little bit. I think he went to get a ruler. Now he's back. Oh,
We love you, Jess. We really do love you.
lots. We love you lots.
You bring out the best of us, and it's fun.
Nikki, are you saying things because it's coming up blank?
It did come up.
I
blank.
feel like,
That's all
are
right.
you making some angry faces too? All right, Jess. So Tony Turner, is he going to be
It's
live?
like a walking stick for the guy.
And then he corrected it like a good little grammar student. Is Tony singing live on Sunday?
He'll go live. I mean, we haven't had the full conversation yet, but I mean, I have to play one of his greatest hits. I mean, it's...
Yeah, we got to have the visuals with that one too. I thought it was, the A-Team. It wasn't showing up, Nikki, and that's weird because it almost always shows up with little emotic. That's weird. That's very weird.
Well, remember, Jess had a picture of himself earlier, remember?
I did.
She did the...
Yeah, I don't know why hers are not
Yeah,
showing
look,
up.
Jess is...
So Hey, so we should say thank you to Chris as well, our new tech guy. He is actually building a new, not new, but he's improving our website.
Yes.
And I'm super excited. I think we meet again on Monday. Super excited to see what he's doing and what he
No,
comes
we
up
meet on
with.
Tuesday. Tuesday.
Oh yeah, we're not
Because
meeting on Valentine's Day.
Monday is Valentine's Day for all those people that really love and care, and I'm probably being too facetious at this
And
moment.
want to show. They want to show. I heard something on the radio. Did I?
Uh oh.
No, I text. What?
Valentine's data right now. Nikki Flowers, you are special. You're very special.
There's the
You're special
heart.
to
I
us.
see the
There's
heart.
the heart. Jess, the Derailer Sams. That's my new name for the site. We're gonna put that on the website. The Derailer.
Oh, I thought I texted you my new words, Peterson. Did I not?
Uh oh. All right. So,
Oh, yep. I'll use it later. Legacy Heroes Hunt, Tony Turner. Oh, we will be broadcasting live a bit tomorrow. So
from the frozen pond.
yep, if I get a schedule, so it's between 1 and 4 is when we're doing the fishing. So I'm gonna try to pop in to everybody's ice fish house and get latest updates and see what the talk is all about in each house and
How many
we'll do it
sea
like
bass
that.
have been caught and
sea
stuff like that.
bass, so we can have surf and turf tomorrow. Anyone who's going, who might be listening right now, we are meeting at 10 in the morning to try to have some breakfast.
We're meeting at 9.
Mark and I are going. If you want to meet at the VFW in Forest Lake at 9, I told Mark to try to meet me there. I'm going to take one of our fundraising letters and stop in and give it a whirl. Yep, and then maybe that comes with a Bloody Mary.
Boom.
I'm not sure. So then
That
we'll
does.
Huh?
It comes with an olive, is what it comes with. There's an olive that you have to get at the bottom of a Bloody Mary. That's
Yeah. So you got to find the olive. It's like bobbing for apples. So I am so afraid to say stuff. Everything I say, you guys interpret. Okay, so
No, we do good, except you do say some things that you do need to be thought out on occasion.
you need to think more on occasion. So 10 o'clock we meet at Keys Restaurant in Forest Lake, and then at noon we check in.
Ooh, Keys. If you're not from Minnesota, Keys is delicious.
Yes.
Hearty family cooking food, hash browns, sausage, meat, eggs. Love it. They got a hangover hash brown that should be on the top of the food chain or the major food group.
You're going to have a hangover tomorrow?
Hash browns.
Are you having one?
Not a hangover, but I never have a hangover. But you gotta love the hangover hash browns, regardless.
I'm Mark Peterson. I never have a hangover. Lies.
You have never seen me with a hangover, so I don't know.
That's because you sleep till 4 the next day. Or say you're sleeping.
4 a.m. I still get up, right? 100% accurate. 100% accurate.
PM.
Bacon,
I said
sausage, an ambulance ride, all of that with a dirty martini IV. Absolutely.
Jess has been to Keys, I can tell. Yes, he has. So yeah, we're gonna be at Keys. Check in. Fishing starts at 1. All fish caught are measured. Jess, there it is. They're all gonna be measured. Fish are gonna be measured tomorrow. The one with the, I think there's different categories. So there's a walleye, then there's panfish, then there's Jess fish, and then
Oh my gosh!
who's gonna
It
win?
just doesn't end.
I'm gonna drop my line in once, and I'm gonna win. One time. If I catch a fish big enough for that, Jess, I will let you know. I'll let you know. And so, come see us on Sunday night. Stop in, see how the fishing is going tomorrow. Come see us on Sunday night. We got your 6. I know there's some sort of a game going on, but games are games. We're here every week just for y'all, for all of
Every
you.
week, and we have fun.
Yeah.
And you guys have woke us up to have shows before, so that's okay. That's
Not
100%.
Not us.
Not not us together, separately. Me.
I wasn't
Sorry.
even sleeping. Shad was texting, and I was awake on the couch, probably with my eyes shut.
Andrew
But
forgets we
yes.
have shows sometimes. It's
I did go through a series, really, this Friday afternoon thing. I went through a series of, my brain was scrambled, and I would be like, oh, I just got home, and I'd be these angry text messages. I assume you're coming to the show today, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, I don't even have a computer. Where am I?
I just stopped. I
Yeah.
didn't even think you were showing up today. I was just like, I'll do this on my own.
Today was
whatever.
so weird. I had a meeting and kids in the room. I had an online meeting, so I tried signing in, and it kept telling me you can't because your equipment's being used for a different thing. So, and I feel bad because 3:30 is the end of my contract time. So at 3:30 and 30
You need
seconds,
to-
I'm like, sorry, gotta go.
You need to
So-
get rid of that fans only site so you don't have to be tied up in that all the time.
I don't even know what that is. You use it like a pro. That's what I'm hearing. You use it
That's
like a
not
pro.
how jokes work. I don't know what it is.
I don't know
Mark's
what
a
it
pro at it.
I got no response because I won't advertise. something I don't know
Oh,
what it is.
hey. Should we listen to
Mm-hmm.
Take You Out by Chris Turner right now on the radio?
Oh my gosh. Yes. Really quick. My 8th grade boys were in here working yesterday, and I had that on, and I had to run across the hall to a meeting. And I came back, and they were like, to the Waffle House, and they were singing it. Let's listen. Uh-oh, we can't hear it.
Yeah, I don't hear it at all either. Well, that's our great radio station.
Oh
That's
my
nice.
gosh.
I'd like to do a shout out to our new amazing radio producer, Nikki Flowers, who does this is not her at all. This is just whatever is happening at this particular moment. And she has no control over that. Now we have an echo, and I've heard that problem before in the past too. So we'll just get rid of that and we'll move forward. And actually, well, that'd be putting up a video. What did we say we were going to play today? One of Shannon's songs.
Shannon's, and we were not the Dear Mom. What was the other one? You're Not Alone. That one sticks in your head. I think we should do.
Yeah,
They all.
that was the one.
They all kind of stick in your head, but that one's good.
They do. That, and that seriously was like one of my favorite times when I did this, when we were playing Not Alone, and I know that's our thing, but I want to take one of these pictures with all of the organizations, all of the musicians, all the people that come on our show. I want us to have one of these pictures, to be honest with you. And I want you to look at it regularly, knowing that you're not alone. And come on the show. We could do a group photo on the show as well, and be with us. That's the mission.
Mm-hmm.
So we believe in that, and it's been working. And oh gosh, I just get overwhelmed with joy knowing. I mean, we have Jess here that we have this banter with, and we are always jibbing and jabbing at each
and
other.
you got to see Adam twice. We're gonna go see that same group that was just on. The Chatto Foundation is in April, and Eric is Chad's dad, and the foundation is about the Molotov cocktail of drugs that his son took while he was waiting to get a bed for help, and it didn't work with his system, and they lost Chad. So Eric, in the gray shirt there, runs that foundation, and so gosh, I think we've seen Eric. Has it been 3 times now? 2 for sure, and we're going in April again. So sat on the bench.
Our show. How many times have we been to Texas?
Well, so we were there we happened to be at the teacher thing the same time one year in Houston.
But that was
Houston.
We only met with Shad Turner and
Isaac
they haven't
Christopher.
been on Isaac Christopher.
Mm-hmm.
We met with those 2 podcasters and did a live podcast show in Texas, but that wasn't any gosh, can you imagine what we'd have done if we'd have known these
Oh my
resources
gosh, yeah.
at that point? We would have had a hell of a time.
Right.
We would have done a hell of a.
So
we'd have
did
rented
we went down one time? Was the second time we went to see Adam Berry and then saw your family? Right?
That was not OP Vet Fest. That was us going down and watching The Real Doug Lane.
Oh yeah, he was on tour.
Yep.
He was on tour, and then we met with Dom.
We
Kors,
connected
too.
those guys with Dom, and yeah,
Yep.
shirtless Dom.
He's a funny guy.
I got to play the guitar.
But was that our first time in Texas then?
Why do I feel like it is?
Okay, so there was that time. Then the second time was the washers, the wiper blades issue.
That was OP Vet. No, that was that time too, wasn't it?
No.
So we have been down there 3 times. Because we went down to OP Vet Fest. And it ain't raining down there during Christmas
No, it was
time.
hot. We were at OP Vet Fest in October, and I think it's been 3 times, because we hung out with Bobby, and that was when we went to visit your relatives. Oh,
Yeah.
that was the wipers time too,
Yeah.
but that was not the time shirtless Dom.
Yeah, it was. Because shirtless Dom was the night that we went and saw Doug Lane.
Did we have Bobby's vehicle with shirtless Dom? Gosh, so twice, and we're going a third time for sure.
Look at our brains just getting wrecked
know.
doing all this stuff.
So Nashville,
we need a recalibration.
twice then.
Nashville's
do.
twice.
We are going to have a recalibration. And then you've been to Alabama twice. And I've been to Georgia, excuse me. Dang it.
Yeah. In the year, guys. And
I know.
it's been amazing. Not to mention how many times I've been to Wyoming this year, too. And
Well, and I've been to
why are we
Missouri.
talking about this?
I know, right? So because
Come
it's
see us this
connections.
Sunday. Come see us this Sunday at We Got Your 6 at 6. You change it. You can have your laptop there, and you can have your big screen, nachos, whatever up there. You can share with us. Last year during this time, we had Brandon Mills come on. He was at a Super Bowl party and came and did the show with us. And we just had a heck of a time. One of the guys that we've actually gone down to Nashville and see and connected with Stephen John and others. And yeah, it's just come check us out. It'll be a great show this weekend, I promise. And we have fun and enjoy each other's presence for the most part, other than just Sam's. But only because he says mixed with hate. I thought we were going someplace with it's all love mixed with hate. Come on, brother.
Jess, you're awesome. You are. That's our VP, for the record, whose new picture and bio will be
Look,
up.
Nikki Flowers is on the cover of a magazine, I think.
Oh, she
So what
is. Look at that.
She deserves that. Let's end. Let's end and enjoy, because it was amazing. And we will see you this Sunday at We Got Your 6 at 6 Patriot Playtime.
Thanks, guys. Love you.
Don't. You got to stall a little bit more until I can get everything.
Oh, well, that was
lined up.
pretty short then. All right,
Yeah, I
so
know. Yeah, so and
Sunday
then
night,
it's
6
just
at 6.
yeah,
Central
we got
Time, 6 p.m. Please
Shannon
come
Book,
see
Not Alone.
us. No.
He sits on his bed with his gun in his hand. He thinks his life is over, he can't understand. A bottle of whiskey and some pills in the drawer. He doesn't wanna hurt himself or hurt anymore. Why must it be this way? Just think it all over and listen to the words I say. You are not alone. this together today. You're not alone. She picks up the clothes that fall loose on the floor. She finds a crumpled letter just behind the door, begins to read it with tears in her eyes. A horrible feeling takes over inside. Says, honey, can I talk to you? There has to be something that we can do. Demons each day, 'cause you are not alone. So take my hand, baby, let's be this together today. You're not alone. Not alone. 'Cause you are not alone. There are millions of people who fight with their demons each day. Yeah. And you are not alone. So take my hand, son, let's beat this together today. You're not alone. You're not alone. On his bed with his gun in his hand, he puts it away, 'cause now he understands.